Let us continue understanding quadrilateral exercise 3.3 second bit third question. As in the last video we have solved the other two, so let us solve the third one. In this also we need to find x, y and z. These three are the unknown here, unknown angles. We need to find them. So let us find them one by one. As we know, this symbol shows that this angle is equal to 90 degree. So as we know, such type of angles, this are said to be vertically opposite angles. So therefore, even these two are said to be vertically opposite angle. On this basis, we can say that these two are equal. That is, x is equal to 90 degree on the basis of vertically opposite angles. Therefore, I can write x is equal to 90 degree. This is because of vertically opposite angles are always equal. As we know now x, once we know x, we can find y, because you can see this is a triangle. If I name this to be O, so I will consider triangle AOB. As per this, using angle sum property, we can see if two of the angles are known, third can be found by using angle sum property of the triangle. That is, angle A, or can write angle Y plus angle X plus 30 is equal to 180. This is because of angle sum property of the triangle. So therefore, Y plus X plus 30. As we know the value of x now, that is angle x is equal to 90 plus 30 is equal to 180 degrees. So 90 plus 30, as you know, is equal to what? 120 is equal to 180. We need to find the value of y, so therefore we transpose the known value towards the other side. So 180 minus 120 is equal to 60 degrees. So therefore angle y is equal to 60 degrees. So now we found angle y is equal to and angle x is equal to, both values we found. So x is equal to 90 whereas y is equal to 60 degrees. Now we need to find the value of z. Once you know very well about the angles, that is z type of angles and S type of angles, this type of angles are said to be alternate angles. Always we know that alternate angles are also equal. So therefore, y is equal to z. I can write that angle y is equal to angle z is equal to 60 degree. So therefore, value of angle z is equal to 60 degree. This is on the basis of alternate angles are equal. So we found angle S by vertically opposite angle. We found y by taking angle sum property of the triangle. Then we found z by taking alternate angles. As you can see, y and z are alternate angles. So therefore, y is equal to z. So angle y is equal to angle z is equal to 60 degrees. So let us see the next one. That is fourth problem. In this also we need to find x, y as well as z. And you know very well, y is equal to 80 on the basis of when in case of a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. So therefore I can write angle y is equal to 80 because opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal in measure. Therefore, I can say that equal to 80. Then we need to find angle X. As you can see, these two angles are adjacent angles, and we know that adjacent angles are supplementary. So therefore I can find X by taking X plus 80 is equal to 180 on the basis of adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Or you can say that sum of the two adjacent angles of the parallelogram are equal to 180. So therefore angle X can be found on this basis. So therefore X is equal to 180 degree. As we transpose this, minus 80 will be equal to 100. Therefore angle X measures 100 degree. So we found now Y as well as X. So we need to find Z. When you look at this, you can see these are the two angles formed like this. F type of angles are always said to be corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are always equal. So therefore I can write angle Z is equal to 80 on the basis of corresponding angles are equal. So we found Y by taking the property of the parallelogram that opposite angles are always equal. The adjacent angles are supplementary. We found X, and we found Z by corresponding angles are always equal. Let us see the next one. Fifth question. We have a parallelogram. Let us name it to ABCD. If you name or if you don't name also you can find out. So now again we are asked to find X, Y and Z. Once you look at this parallelogram, you can see Y is equal to 112 again on the basis of, or angle A is equal to angle C on the basis of, that is opposite angles of parallelogram are equal in measure. So therefore we can write angle Y is equal to 112 on that basis. So now we found what is the value of Y. Once you know this, you can see this forms a triangle. That is, let us consider triangle ADB, or you can name it to be ABD. So in this triangle, if you consider this triangle, we can see that two of the angles are known, third can be found by using angle sum property. So therefore I am considering angle ABD. So according to angle sum property of the triangle, we can write angle Y plus X plus 40 is already known is equal to 180 degree. As we know, sum of all the angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degree. So therefore now we know the value of Y. So therefore I can write 112 plus X plus 140 degrees. So 112 plus 140, I just bring them side by side by using commutative property. So therefore when we add this is equal to 152 is equal to 180. So therefore I will transpose this. So I will get 180 minus 152 gives you 28 degrees. So therefore this is equal to the angle X we found it to be how much? 28 degrees. Now we know the value of y and x. So y is equal to 112 whereas x is equal to 28 degrees. We need to find z. Once you look at this angle x and z, you can see that these two are again z type of angle, or if you are having s type of angles, always they are said to be alternate angles. So therefore these two will be always equal. So therefore I can write angle x is equal to angle z is equal to 28 degree on the basis of alternate interior angles are equal in measure. So therefore now we found angle x to be 28 and angle y to be 112 and angle z as 28 degrees. Let us see the next problem. Third one, that is, can a quadrilateral ABCD be a parallelogram if angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees? Let us see. The question asked to us is, can this be a parallelogram? Of course, it's a quadrilateral, a four-sided polygon. But can this be a parallelogram? We know very well the properties of parallelogram, that opposite angles are equal, then adjacent angles are supplementary, and we know that opposite sides are also equal. Now the property used here, shown to us, is angle D plus angle B is equal to 180 degrees. Now you can see this. This is angle D and this is angle B. These two angles are asked, and we know very well, according to one of the property of the parallelogram, angle D plus angle C will be equal to 180 degrees. That is, adjacent angles are supplementary. But it can be true if the parallelogram is a rectangle or a square, because in case of a rectangle and square, we have all the angles to be 90 degrees. So therefore, angle B, if it is 90 and D also is 90, then it can be equal to 180 degrees. But it is not necessary that it will be a rectangle or a square. Generally, only if we go with the parallelogram, opposite angles are equal, but they are not supplementary. So not necessarily supplementary. So therefore, it can be, but not necessary in this case. Only if it is a rectangle, it is possible. Otherwise, if go with just parallelogram, it is not possible. So, what we can write this as it can be, but not necessary. So let us see the next one. Can this be a parallelogram or not? So as just now I said, in case of a parallelogram, opposite angles are parallel. So opposite sides are parallel as well as they are equal. So let us see. It is given to us AB is equal to DC. What is AB? And DC is equal to how much? 8 centimeters. We are saying that one of the pair are equal. What about the next one? AD is 4 and whereas BC is equal to 4.4 centimeters. As we know, AB is should be equal to DC as well as AD should also be equal to BC. Then only on this basis we can say that it is a parallelogram, because we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. But when you look at this, you can see that AD and BC are not equal. So therefore, this cannot be. this cannot be a parallelogram. This on the basis, as we said, if only it is a rectangle or a square, it can be a parallelogram. Sorry, it can be a parallelogram, otherwise it is not necessary. So it can be, but not necessarily it can. But this is not possible because we know that opposite sides are always equal. Let us see the next one, next condition. This is again a quadrilateral ABCD. We are given as measure of angle A to be 70 degree and C is given to be 65 degree. And as we know, the property of the parallelogram related to the opposite angles, we know that opposite angles are equal in case of a parallelogram. Angle, now you can see angle A is not equal to angle C, as this is equal to 70. 70 degree is not equal to 65 degree. So therefore, this cannot be a parallelogram. Once you know all the properties of the parallelogram, you can easily do such type of problems. You can see now angles are asked, so they are not equal, so therefore it is not possible to be a parallelogram. If this also was 70 degree, then it could be, but now it is not possible. The next problem, fourth one. Draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral that is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. We need to draw a rough figure of a quadrilateral which is not a parallelogram but has exactly two opposite angles of equal measure. As we know about the quadrilaterals which have all opposite angles to be equal is parallelogram itself, then rectangle. As we know, opposite angles, these two opposite angles are equal, even these two also will be equal in the same way for the parallelogram. And we know about the square also has opposite angles, okay, are equal, whereas in the case of a rhombus also we know that opposite angles are equal in measure. But about the trapezium, we know that we don't have opposite angles equal in case of a trapezium. Let us see the quadrilateral which has opposite, one of the pair of opposite angles to be equal. As we know very well, this is a kite which has opposite, one of the pair of opposite angle to be equal. For example, we should name it to be A, B, C, D. Angle A will be opposite to angle C, and these two are equal in measure, whereas angle B is opposite to angle D, whereas these two are not equal in measure. So therefore, there is one of the pair of opposite angles which are equal, that is angle A is equal to angle C. So therefore, this is the figure, or this is the quadrilateral other than parallelogram which has two opposite angles of equal measure. These are the two angles A and C which are equal in measure. This figure is a kite. Problem: the measure of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. Find the measure of each of the angles of the parallelogram. The measure of two adjacent angles of the parallelogram are in the ratio 3:2. We need to find the measure of all the angles of the parallelogram. For the given problem, these are the adjacent angles of the parallelogram. These are in the ratio 3:2. 2. So let the adjacent angle be 3x and 2x. So let this be 3x and 2x, and as we know the property related to the adjacent angles, always adjacent angles of the parallelogram are supplementary. So therefore we can write on that basis 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree, because adjacent angles are supplementary. Or we can name this to be A, B, C and D. Then you can take up angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree and substitute in both the ways you can do. So now we have seen that adjacent angles are supplementary. As we know the property, on that basis we proceed to solve this. So 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degree because of adjacent angles are supplementary. So 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Therefore 5x is equal to 180 degrees. So now we transpose to get the value of x. So therefore 180 divided by 5. So 5 ones are 5 threes are 15. Then 3 remains, 5 6 are 30. So therefore x is equal to 36 degrees. Now we know the value of x, but we require what is 3x and 2x. So what we do, let us see what is 3x, that is angle D is equal to how much, let us see, and angle C also is equal to how much, let us see. So 3x is D and 2x is C. So therefore 3 into 36 and 2 into 36. So 36 into 3 is 108 degrees, whereas 36 into 2 72. So now we have found what is angle C and what is angle D. As asked to us is find all the angles of the parallelogram. Now we know only angle C and angle D, but of course we can find the other two, as I can write angle D is equal to angle B, and I can say that angle C is equal to angle A. This is on the basis again of one of the property, that is opposite angles are equal. So therefore I can say that angle B and angle D are equal. So that is equal to 108, whereas angle C is equal to angle A, which is equal to 72 degrees. So therefore now we know all the angles of the parallelogram, that is B and D measures 108 degrees, whereas C and A measures 72 degrees. Thank you children. Let us see the next problems in the next video. Thank you so much.